That's Mad Maza Leah. That's my perfume from Paris. Well, let's see. Okay, I'm here to talk about males and females, or cross-gender to be more specific. I'm here to talk about males and females.
The indoor temperature is 74.7 degrees Fahrenheit. The outdoor temperature is 79 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's my talking thermometer. And today is 8/13/2015. Let me check that. That's correct. Today is 8/13/2015. I had to check that for a second there. But I'm here to talk about males and females. Males, I'm a male, born male. I was born male. And females. And specifically, I want to talk about male to female, transgender, and female to male, transgender. And the two things that a male transgendering to female can never do that a born female can do. And two things that a born female, when she transgenders to a male, the two things that she can never do. So we both have two things that we can never do, no matter what, no matter of the surgery, no matter the drugs you take, no matter anything, the food you eat or whatever you want to say. There's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about the two things that a born female can do that if a male changes to female can never do, and vice versa to a female, a born male, that a female will never be able to do. So there's two things of each on the cross-gender thing, where a male changes to female and a female changes to male. Okay, I was born male on 6/19/1958. So that's June the 19th, 1958. I'm here to talk about that. And see if I can do this without my glasses here. That's not one of them. That's not one of them things. It doesn't have anything to do with your eyes. Even though they say too much sex will cause you to go blind. See, that's that's another. They just try to say that stuff to little kids, so they'll have that fear instilled in them that they ain't gonna have sex until it's really time. But there's two things that that a born male can never do if he changes his sex or cross-genders to female. And there's two things. See, I like my hair in pigtails. I just like it. I just think it's cool, and it's a little feminine. It's kind of kiddish thing. It's kind of a kiddish thing. It's a little feminine. I like it. Pigtails. But anyway, then there's two things that a female can never do when they cross-gender from female to male. There's two things. It doesn't have nothing to do with your hair either. It doesn't have nothing to do with your eyes. It doesn't have nothing to do with your hair, taste, or smell. None of that stuff. No, it all stays the same. It all stays the same no matter what you do. And I'm done with that. So there's two things. There's two things here. This is what I wanted to do. That's right. I wanted to pull my pigtails back just for a second here. I think I'll put my blouse. Well, I'll put my blouse on first. Put my blouse on, but there's two things that the male can never do when they cross gender to female. So if I cross gender to female, there's two things I'm not going to be able to do that when like a natural born female does, there's two things that I'm not going to be able to do. And I'll never be able to do it. No matter the surgery, no matter the doctor, no matter the drugs, no matter the let's see something here. No matter anything that happens, there's going to be two things that I'm not going to be able to do as a cross-gender female, or the sex operation, or if you go that far. You don't even have to go that far, but there's going to be two things that I'm not going to be able to do. And same thing with female. Same thing with female that there's going to be two things that she can't do that a born male can do. Okay, there's going to be two things. Now this shirt's a little small. This blouse is a little small. They say it's an extra large, or extra. I think it's like one extra or one extra. Hell, this ain't even I had to cut some seams out of this to make this fit. But this was from like China. When you got like small people like that from China, their extra large is like our small or medium. They must be really little people. But there's two things that I won't be able to do if I cross gender, no matter what I do, no matter what operation, no matter what drug I take. There's going to be two things that I'm not going to be able to do as a born female, even though I'm cross-gendering and I'm now labeled as a female. Once I cross-gender, the reason I want to put my pigtails up because I want to put my wig on, and there's two things. See, so I don't look too terrible. I don't want to look too terrible for my audience. Yep, there's two things. I'll put my necklace on first, but see, I'll use the makeup. See, got my nice necklace on. Don't got my earrings in, but oh well. I like my earrings. But there's gonna be two things that I'm not gonna be able to do that a born female can do. Number one, I'll never, no matter what the doctor does, no matter what the doctor prescribes, no matter what anyone does to you, or you do yourself, there's two things you're not going to be able to do as a born male, cross-gender to a female. Number one is a period. You'll never be able to get a period. You don't have the parts. You don't have the female parts. So number one is you never have a period as a woman does. And that just coincides with what I'm going to tell you next. And I probably know what I'm going to tell you next now. Because, to have a period, women must have periods to be able to be pregnant, right? And be able to bear offspring. That's number two. Born male, transgendering to female, will never be able to have a child. They'll never be able to bear a child. Never. You don't have the parts. We're not built that way. That would be like exchanging the whole body. You'd have to take this mind out of this body and put it into a woman's body to do that. And they can't do that yet. But yet, I'm saying yet. Might be someday be able to. I think I'd do it too. I mean, I don't know if I'd change. I'd rather have them, just put the parts in that I need to become pregnant. And so a man, I can have a baby with my man. That's what I really like to do. Really, I think that'd be cool. Because then you have the whole 9 yards. That's the '60s expression. The whole thing, the whole 9 yards. I couldn't believe it. One of my relatives said, "Oh, I didn't know what you meant by the whole 9 yards." Okay, that's a '60s expression, and that means the whole thing, everything. Like goulash, everything in it. So those are the two things. I'll never be able to have a period, and I'll never be able to, so Kotex is out of the question, unless I want to just play games. But, so I won't be able to have a period, and I'll never be able to bear a child. And that's two things you cannot do. If you were born a male, and change your sex to a female, that's cross-gender. Or, you know, you'd be a cross-gender then. So that'd be the third evolutional step in our human race, is having a third. Actually, it's a fourth. I can tell you about that, but that's where the kids are born both with a vagina and a penis. There's 3,000 kids a year out of the world that are born with a vagina and a penis. See, so you know, everybody's going, oh, you're born a boy. You know, you're always a boy. You gotta think like a boy. You always gotta wear, you know, suit and tie and whatever boys do, right? And don't play with dolls and don't play with dolls and stuff like that. You know, that's so incorrect. That's so stupid, and don't know what they're doing. It's not funny. It's really, that's a term from Donald Trump, if you don't know. But that's stupid to think just because a male was born a male, he should think like a male. That's, you know, every time. That's stupid. You got 3,000 people, 3,000 kids that are born male and female a year. So what do you say about those? Which should they be, female or male? The doctor don't know. He's just going back. He's going back in the room and flipping a coin. Okay, we're going to make this kid a female. Sometimes he'll do that. Most of the time, he'll wait until puberty and see what puberty decides. Oh, this kid is staying, you know, slim and going a little bit bigger breasts, let's say. Okay, so I'm gonna make him. Okay, now he's gonna wait until puberty to let the kid decide. And so he's got a vagina and a penis. 3,000 kids a year throughout the year are born like that, and God doesn't make mistakes. That's pretty questionable. The Bible is pretty questionable, really. If you take a stand, the Bible is very questionable. Me, I don't think it is. I don't think it's holiness as it says it is. I don't think it is. There's too many holes. That's the way I look at the Bible. There's a lot of holes in the Bible. Not from holiness, but holes. But anyway, that's my opinion. I think the whole, you know, God thing is a little goofy concept. That's kind of goofy, but I'm glad it's around. I'm glad it's around because it keeps some people that are on the fence of being, you know, a criminal or a murderer from being a criminal or a murderer. That's one thing good about the Bible. The Bible gives the hopeless hope. That's what it does. The Bible gives the hopeless hope. And that's the main purpose of the Bible. But as far as kids being born a boy is always a boy. It should be a boy, 100% boy. That's a misconception. That's wrong. Now if kids can be male and female, 3,000 a year throughout the world are born that way, with a vagina and with a penis. They have both, vagina and penis. And the doctor don't know what to make them. So a lot of times he won't make them. He'll wait until puberty and let the kid decide, then make them. But that's for the male. Okay, for the female to change to a male, two things she can't do. She'll never be able to bear offspring again, because neither one of us can. When I go from male to female, I'll never be able, even before the surgery, the actual surgery, or they take off the penis, or they convert the penis, what they do, and make a vagina. So I got a surgical vagina. Even before that, once you start taking estrogen and the hormone blockers, or just estrogen, whichever way you prefer, because if you just take estrogen, this is a lot harder to transform, because the more estrogen, the more testosterone is built up against it. So most people take male hormone blocker and then take estrogen treatment, and then it sinks in good. You'd be female. But anyway, the female will never be able to bear a child, neither would I. I would never be able to bear a child again once I start estrogen treatments shortly after. Say a week after, probably. I don't know what the time frame is. It's probably different for everybody. But say after a couple days of taking estrogen and hormone blocker, I'll never be able to have a kid again. because that's what that does. It makes it messes with your hormones. So I'll never be able to have a kid again. Same thing with a female going to male. She'll never be able to have a kid again. She is sterile. That makes you sterile. That's what you call sterile. When I'm never able to have a kid again, I'm sterile. Okay, so when she goes to change from female to male, she's sterile. She'll never be able to have a kid again, no matter if she transformed back or not. That all takes away that right when you transgender from male to female or female to male. You're automatically sterile, and you'll never be able to have kids again, ever. And you just waive that right as soon as you do that. But and that's before the surgery for male and before surgery for female. It's when you start taking the other person's hormones and blocking the other, your natural hormones. So and then female can never come up to the male level. Can never come up to the male level as far as testosterone goes. I mean, they can come up high, but not nowhere as near as a born male. So as a born male, they are always superior to female because of the testosterone level. Where when a female changes from female to male, her testosterone level goes up high, real high, but nowhere near a male. She'll never be able to get the male mass, muscle mass. She'll never be able to get the muscle mass that a born male does. Never. It's impossible. And it's impossible for any transgender, whether they have the surgery or not. They can be all female except for the surgery. Whether they have the surgery or not, they'll never be able to have an offspring ever again. And even if you change back to female or male, like if I go male to female, and then I go from female to male, I've already waived my rights, and those rights are not acquired back. You don't get those rights back. Once you waive your right to have kids, and you are sterile, and no matter if you change back from female to male, where I was actually a male, I waived those rights the first time. Because there was one guy that did it. He went from male to female, then from female to male, then male back to female. He did it like that, 4 times. And that surgery cost the male. When you're born male, the surgery costs around $7,000 to $8,000. When you're born female, it's more to like $50,000. That's $50,000. 5 times, more than 5 or 6 times as much. It's because you're not just subtracting and inverting, as a male. They would be subtracting and inverting. So I'd have a surgical vagina. Now with female, they don't have nothing to work with. I mean, other than the internal parts, which ain't gonna help you with a penis, and and even if they do get a penis, which they get a penis, but it's a very small and really awkward, and you'd be able to tell the difference between a born male and a transgender from female to male. You'd be able to tell that, because they're not able to build a actual penis. It is a penis that you use, and it doesn't work like sex, but you're never able to have offspring. Let's just put it that way. And never. Once you decide you're going to change from male to female or female to male, you give up the right of having kids. That's it. And that's what I wanted to say. And I want to check where I should put this bar stool I just got. I want to see where I should put that so that I can maybe even set and juggle. Who knows? But whatever. That's my talk on transgender from female to male, and transgender from male to female. And I hope you liked it. And today is 8/13/2015, and I'm Dan for now. Could be Ann tomorrow, or it could be, say, Candy Cane. Candy Cane. Hi, I'm Candy Cane. Hi, I'm Candy Cane. didn't have sex. I didn't have sex with a human being, or I don't believe in sex with animals. So don't get off on that track. I don't believe in sex with animals. That's wrong. But I never had sex until I was 50. I was born 1958, and I never had sex until I was 50. That's all I can say. Why? Why? Because I was brainwashed when I was a kid. Males don't kiss males. Males don't hold hands with males. Males don't do everything that males do with females. They don't do that. I mean, that's wrong. That's brainwashing. That's a big brainwash. That's the biggest brainwash that the public schools and everybody tell you. It's the biggest brainwash that needs to be wiped. Needs to be wiped clean. Because that's a lie. I mean, if kids can be born both a female and male, they have both a vagina and a penis, there are 3,000 kids a year that do that, and they try to hide that because you don't want to look like a freak in front of other people. You never have no friends. I mean, you never have nobody, so it's always hidden. That's why you never heard of it, and that's why I'm here to tell you today. There's 3,000 kids a year that are born both with a vagina and a penis throughout the world. And that's throughout the world. So that's a very, very low percentage. So that's another reason why I probably never heard of it till now. But I'm letting you know. So I gotta stop this tape. But that's it. I'm Dan for now. And I always say, same time, same channel. See you then. I might be female next time.